Hello guys, I'm back from another review, and today we talk about whether deku was abandoned. So in the last video, deku, after being told that they're gonna be going to UA high, as in high I meant university, they were going there because of apparently the League of Villains attacked class 1A. So after going there, they met up with all of the students of class 1A. Izuku thought of them as just weak until when it was the USJ, where they were attacked by the League of Villains, where Izuku saved Kaminari from being killed by another electric quirk user, which Izuku just sniped him. So, after doing that, Izuku and his team was told that they're going to be going and staying in the UA dorms. So, Izuku is gonna be staying in his dorm room, where he's gonna have two other people staying there. One of the two of which are going to be students that he doesn't know yet, or at least one of them. So yeah, so let's talk about what happens next. So, while Izuku was basically exercising in his gym room inside of in his dorm room, Izuku hears this. Wait for a second. Izuku hears, "Hey boss, I think the guys are finally here." As Izuku thinks in his mind, "Are you serious?" Izuku's well, he rarely shows his face to lower level people. Only those that are like higher level or the same level as Izuku are allowed to see his face. So, Izuku always wears this white mask when he's at home, but when he's at work, he's always wearing his his nano mask, where Izuku basically opens the door and sees all of the students of class 1A arrive. Everybody starts is basically excited to finally be in a finally to be independent. Wait for a second. They're pretty much happy finally going to be dependent, quote unquote. So when they see Team Ragnarok, one of the girls being Kaminari says this, "Wait, you're the guy that saved me." As Izuku looks over, as she says, "Hey, why are you wearing a mask?" Izuku nods his head side to side and saying, "None of your business," in his mind. And she says, I don't know what you're talking. I don't even know what you mean by that." As Izuku just goes back into his dorm room. So, everybody is basically talking to each other. Even some are even talking to Tristan and Rose. So wait for a second again. For Momo, she's talking to well Vanessa, because they are planning to maybe do a, how do I say it, a business deal. So Izuku is basically just wearing nothing but he's not even wearing a shirt, and he's just wearing like regular old short shorts. As in short shorts, I mean literally just shorts, like maybe like below the knees. How do I say it? It's basically like let's just say he has jeans on. Let's just say that. So Izuku's basically training lifting heavy weights. So when Izuku hears the door open, Izuku sees Kaminari. Kaminari says, "Whoa, I didn't know I didn't know your dorm room has a." As she sees Izuku shirtless, as she starts nose bleeding. And yes, this is going to be an 18 plus series, so I'm allowed to swear whatever the fuck I want. YouTube, I just put it in the title. It's an 18 plus series, so you don't need to age restrict it. Okay? Good. Wait for a second. As she basically faints, Kaminari faints because she saw Izuku's glistening abs. As when she faints, Izuku just catches her by using his electricity to basically go faster. He runs a little bit faster because of that, and Izuku catches her as Izuku thinks his mind. So, Izuku puts her on one of the beds as Izuku is basically, still training. So, when the other girls are basically, looking for, Kaminari, they see Kaminari on, or at least inside of, Izuku's dorm room. So, the girls basically, wake up, Kaminari, as one of them being, one of the people, which is, Mina says this, hey, why did you faint? And also, I meant, why are you asleep here? This is actually a boys' dorm room. As she says, sorry, I just fell asleep, and this is actually going to be my dorm room. As the girls say, wait, what? As for wait for a second. Vanessa says this. Oh yeah, Principal Neza told me that Izuku's going to be having two girls stay with him. I don't know who's going to be the other girl, but anyway, I'll be leaving. As for Rose, she says, "Yep, bye. I'm gonna be going to my dorm room." uh, can't wait to have some fun. So, when the girls basically ask the rest of the girls basically happened, she basically starts blushing as Mina basically knows this type of situation. As she says, "So did you see Izuku?" Hmm. As she says, "No, no, I didn't do anything that uh as Izuku comes out of the is like training room, well shirtless and still and the only thing that he's wearing is just jeans and also like a towel. As Izuku looks at every single girl in the room, as the girls start basically start nose bleeding as they start going back to their dorm. So Izuku just starts going and taking a shower as he gets out, as Izuku sees Kaminari just sitting alone because she just saw a boy naked, and because of that like she's basically awkward right now towards Izuku. Izuku just ignores it as they go to sleep. So wait for a second, guys. So when they get back to class, they were told by well by Zawa they're going to be having well a festival, not the sports festival, just a regular old festival. There's not going to be like a fight yet, and like all of those like things yet. It's just going to be a regular old festival first. So while Izuku, Vanessa, Tristan, and Rose were listening to this, Izuku senses something. Izuku senses malice intent, and it's coming from Bakugo. Izuku thinks this is Bakugo just being prideful again. So, Izuku's still wearing his white mask, as when Izuku starts going to lunch um, with Team Ragnarok and Vanessa, they were talking with Class 1A, where Izuku gets bumped by this kid. And that kid has, well, she has, blonde hair and grayish eyes. Or at least grayish blue eyes, or really pale eyes. Or pale blue eyes. You get the point. As she says, "Oh, sorry. The name's The name's Monoma. I'm sorry about that. So, you must be Team Ragnarok. Makes me sick. As Zuko thinks his mind, it. Wait for a second again. She says this. I meant Izuku thinks his mind, like, hmm, I'm guessing she's quite prideful, like Bakugo. Izuku checks out her quirk, and her quirk is, well, copy quirk, where she's able to copy a person's quirk. Izuku thinks in his mind, interesting. As she touches Izuku, as she tries to use Izuku's quirk, but she only got Izuku's, well, quirk sight. As she says, wait, what? I thought I'm gonna get my, I thought you're gonna get, wait for, that just, I thought you can get, that I can get, like, your electricity, your water, or your, ice quirk. But I got this. What the heck? I see, why do I see so many words in my face? As Izuku basically face palms. Just like those anime ones. Izuku just says to himself, huh, what an idiot. After all, people that know the government pretty well, or at least know about, well, artificial quirks, well, artificial quirks are not really quirks, so users that try to use, well, how do I say it? Like for example, cancel quirks. Like for example, Aizawas can cancel artificial quirks, and for Monoma, she can copy, well, the artificial quirks that Izuku got. She can only copy the quirks that Izuku was born with. So she says, God, do you really think that you can actually beat me just because I didn't cop? Just because I can copy your electricity quirk, I can definitely beat us. She basically gets bonked on the head by a girl with orange hair and green eyes. As she says, "Oh, I'm really sorry about that. It's just my classmate." And Izuku looks at her as she says, "Oh, I forgot to tell you my name. My name is Kendo." Izuku doesn't talk to her because, well, Izuku thinks that her quirk is not really that powerful. So, she says, um, this is getting awkward. Um, do you want to tell me something, or should I start the conversation myself? As Vanessa says, alright, let's just go to our table already, Izuku. As Izuku starts going over there, where Izuku starts eating, well, just a salad. The rest of Class 1A basically looks at him as one of them being, well, Momo says this. Wait, why are you eating a salad? Are you on a diet or something? As for, well, Tristan, he says, no, that's his own, way of eating. He just prefers anything that has, well, low carbs and shit like that. And yes, this is still an 18 plus series, so I can still freaking swear. So, as for Rose, she says, "Yeah, he really needs to take care. He absolutely loves taking care of his health." As for Izuku, he's looking at, well, Tristan and Rose as well lunch, which is just complete junk food, like complete junk food. I mean, I am fat myself, but at least I'm trying to, like, check on my health sometimes. As Izuku just looks at them, as Tristan says, "Oh, come on, boss. At least we're having a treat for once." As for Rose, she says, "Yeah, um just at least just let us have some, well, some meantime." Izuku just sighs as Izuku starts eating his dinner. I meant lunch. Izuku's still not taking off the mask. The mask just opens up, like, it has like a mouthpiece where it's basically like, well, like, have you seen like um Five Nights at Freddy's sister location? If you don't know, there's like these the Fine Time animatronics is basically like that, but except it's only the lower jaw that opens up where Izuku gets to eat. Izuku just gets a piece of like let's just say like a tomato as the lower jaw opens up as he starts eating it, just basically like that. Some of the students are basically, well, either in shock or not really surprised. So, when Izuku got back to the dorms after class, Izuku sees something weird. A glimmer. While while some other students are basically walking around, and for Tristan and Rose, Izuku says, duck down, as everybody starts ducking down because when they heard that, they started ducking down as they hear gunshots from the distance. As for Vanessa, she says, get him. So Izuku gets his sniper rifle immediately, which Izuku shot the person from the rooftop, basically killing him. So Principal Neville, I meant Principal Nezu was well told by Vanessa about this. As Principal Nezu and start going up into the roof as they check out the body. So some of the students are basically praising Izuku for basically protecting them, including Team Ragnarok themselves. Even Vanessa was also praised, except for Bakugo because he's pretty much a prideful bitch. It feels better to say prideful bitch. Anyway, so after well doing that, they started going back to their dorm rooms. So um before we can still continue this video, I want to ask all of you, um which is the other what type of other ship do you want for Izuku to be shipped with? Like, for example, do you want Izuku to be shipped with Momo or something like that? Just as long as it's not Rose or Vanessa, because I already got ships for them already. So I just want you to ship Izuku with somebody else as well, because Izuku is going to have like two girls fighting over him. One of which is just Kaminari, and the other one you can just pick in the comments. So yeah, so let's continue. So after Izuku well gets back to the dorms, Izuku was alone in in his dorm room, where Izuku starts taking off his mask and starts washing his face in the sink. So Izuku hears some footsteps. So after hearing the footsteps, Izuku was getting ready to get his mask as he can't find it. Izuku tries to cover his face immediately because Izuku thinks his face is torn apart, even though he just got two scars like this. So when he's trying to find his mask, well Kaminari comes to the room as she says, "Hey Izuku," as she looks and sees Izuku's face. As Izuku starts blushing, still soap in his face. Izuku starts covering his face as Izuku well tries not to let her see more of his face because he's still well he doesn't want anybody to see his face because he thinks that he's ugly because all of the experiments. While Izuku was trying to cover his face, sorry about that, Izuku finds his mask and puts it back on. So Izuku starts running back over to the bathroom to wash fully his face. So after doing that, Kaminari looks at Izuku as she says, "Why did you like just covered your face like that?" Sorry about that. Why did you cover your face like that? You look like you're afraid. As Izuku just well blushes under the mask and thinks, I only did it because I'm ugly. As she says, "Wait, are you insecure about your face?" Don't worry. I kinda like your face, says Kaminari. As Izuku starts blushing, as Izuku starts doing that like pouty face, like but except it's actually on a boy, which is just imagine it. Izuku starts blushing a lot as Kaminari comes in as she takes off the mask, seeing Izuku's two large scars, as she says, "You actually look cute with those." Mm. Izuku starts blushing a little bit more. Izuku starts covering his face as she basically stops him from doing that. As she says, "I wanted to thank you for saving me." So she starts leaning over to Izuku as she kisses Izuku around the lips. As she says, "That's your that's my thank you to for you saving me and also giving me that battery." So she starts going over to her bed as she says, "All right, good night, Rumi." Izuku's face is completely red. Izuku thinks in his mind, I don't know, I don't even know what happened. Izuku doesn't know how to process this because he's never been like this before. So Izuku starts going over to his bed and starts covering his face like as he puts his face on the pillow as he starts screaming into it like as Izuku after doing that for a while Kaminari says this, "Good night, Izuku. Hope to see you in the morning." Izuku starts blushing even more as Izuku decides to go to sleep because so he can eh, just well just forget about that because he just won't forget about that moment in his lifetime. So yeah, so before you leave, guys, this is your last chance to pick a ship for Izuku, the other ship. It can be anybody, just as long as it's not Rose or Vanessa, because Vanessa already has a boyfriend, and for Rose, she's already in love with Tristan. So yeah, so just pick another ship, okay? So I hope you liked the video, comment and subscribe, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye bye.